Alright, so a while back we came up with a policy that said that we'll always wear our seatbelts in any moving apparatus, and there's been a lot of questions about how we get geared up to go into box assignments with our seatbelts on. There's a lot of videos out there. There's a video from Denver where they show how to loosen your seatbelt up to get the rest of your gear on. I don't think that's a good idea because wrapping your seatbelt around your knee kind of takes away the whole reason we're wearing the seatbelt in the first place. So done a little bit of training with it, and I've come up with one way that we can put our turnout gear on with the seatbelt on. And again, this is just one way of doing it. You guys come up with your own ways, but if you guys can take something from this and use it for yourself, that's kind of what this whole video is about. But first thing I like to do is I have a plan with everything. I leave my gear on the outside of the pumper. I've got my coat hanging on the handrail here. I always have everything that I'm going to carry in already pre-connected to my coat. I've got my flashlight on here, and I have my radio in the radio pocket with the lapel mic clipped in, ready to go. And I put my hood on top of my turnout coat. If you want to take a look inside the cab here. I put my mask on my regulator. I've got my gloves. Everyone's got a different way of doing their gloves, but I put my gloves on the dash, okay? The thermal emitter is in the charger. Now what you'll see that I do here in a minute, whenever I get totally encapsulated on that side of the pumper, is I'll come in and I will release the air pack from its clamps, from its straps in the seat, and I'll put one arm through the left shoulder strap of the air pack. It's really critical that you pull that release, especially on engine 39. The newer air packs, they'll have the release handle that's between your legs, so it'll be a little bit easier to do. As I do the drill, you'll see me put the seatbelt on. Of course, everything that I'm doing en route, I'll have my seatbelt on. Once I take my seatbelt off, that's everything that I'm doing once we're on scene. So, again, the most important part of this is having a plan and having everything laid out and ready to go and practicing it. So, I'm going to go ahead and put this into practice, and you guys can see how I get turned out. Ready? Again, critical that you release that air pack first. I'm going to put my arm through the left shoulder strap. From here I can put my seatbelt on. Now we're ready to respond. On the way to the call, with my seatbelt on, I can get my arm into this left shoulder strap. And as long as I keep that seatbelt on, and I don't undo it, the shoulder strap won't get hung up in the seatbelt. On the way to the call, I can tighten up my shoulder straps just a little bit. We'll look at the MDT to make sure we're going the right direction. Once I get on scene, I can give a good size up because I don't have my mask on yet. And as I exit the pumper, take my seatbelt off, put my helmet on, grab my thermal imager, and my gloves. I need to adjust my air pack because I wasn't able to get my waist strap on with the seatbelts on. Now from here I can do a 360 with a clear vision without having my mask on. As I'm doing my 360, turning on my air bottle, and as I do a 360 I make the decision of where we're going to make our attack, and just before we go in, my last step is to drop the helmet off the back of my head and put my mask on.
And then put my gloves on and we're ready to go. So again, use this, take any parts of it that you can use for yourself, but practice this, okay? The only way we get good at it is if we practice. That's it.